Hi everyone, so today I have some fun items to share with you that LDRS Creative has brought to HSN ahead of the craft days. I've been saying they're craft days because in August, HSN will have their craft companies show off their wares on the 18th and 19th, so Monday and Tuesday, August 18th and 19th, okay? So a little different this time around, but I want to say that these items are already there available on HSN. So LDRS Creative did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And the links I'll have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items through those links. So thank you for using those if you would like to. Like I said, these are currently already there, available on HSN. And I believe LDRS Creative on their channel, they have some different ideas using some of these things. These are a couple things I'll show you. They do have an awesome auto ship program coming up and some stamps and dies that are really, really nice. So you will see those soon. But today we're going to start off with these items. And I paired these together because they're both Halloween related. So let's check these guys out. And currently with HSN and YouTube, the affiliate links might be embedded in the video here. It might say show products or shop products right underneath the title, or especially down in the description box if you say show more. Those should pop up and all listed there. So check this out. Oh, this is so cute. So this is a trick or treat card making kit. It says it has 18 5x7 white card bases, 18 envelopes, 18 5x7 printed toppers, lots of die cut ephemera, and 2 5x7 rub-on transfer sheets. And then there's a little QR code you can check out. You can pause that there if you need. And then there's some beautiful Halloween Classics fine glitter cardstock. So I want to show those both today. I figured you can, mix and match and do all kinds of fun things, matte layering with the glitter. But I also want to show you that cardstock. So, you know what? Let's actually look at the cardstock colors first. That way, when I get to these smaller pieces, we'll just start working with them. Beautiful. Let's see. It says 8.5 by 11, 3 each of 8 colors, 24 sheets. It does not say the weight, but you guys know the glitter cardstock is generally like a thicker thing. It has kind of like almost a handmade paper feel on the back, but it's definitely just, paper, as you can see there. White core, and there you go. There's a couple little bits on there, but, it's just manufactured, so I don't know. I don't think that's something that's going to happen while it's die cutting, right? So there you go. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. So that beautiful green. Let's see, this one is like an orangey, kind of reddish orange, right? Deep color. Okay, hope you can see. There you go. And this is that beautiful purple. And a darker green, so if you want to compare that to the first one, this one's more like a limey green, where this one's darker green, limey green. That makes me laugh. Okay, so there you go. And then black. And I'm just rubbing them all just so you have an idea. Okay, it looks good. Really cool. Ooh, how pretty this blue is. And let's check it out. Okay. Nothing there on the hand. Beautiful red. I don't know that I can keep doing that, but there you go. And then your blue with a kind of like a purple value to it, doesn't it? I mean, it looks very blue on camera, but in real life it looks kind of, I guess, a royal color. Very cool. So those are the beautiful Halloween colors there. And this is the card kit. So we'll try these out together today. So again, it has your envelopes, your card bases, nice weight card base. Rub-on transfers. There's a couple sheets of the same ones. I can see that it just goes through, like if I keep looking, so I can tell they're the same ones. So we have Happy Halloween, I Put a Spell on You, It's Hocus Pocus Time, Boo, Happy Haunting, You're Spooktacular, all these Creeping It Real, that's funny, Ghostly Greetings, Trick or Treat, and then all these little other icons. And of course you cut around what it is that you want. So they really packed in this page here with rub-ons. And then these are the toppers. Very cool. They are single-sided. So this one has like a little scene, right? Like those little trees that look very spooky and that beautiful sunset kind of look. This guy is, again, scenery background. So you have all your little guys and things that you can decorate with. I love the blues that they use on that. This one's just a very interesting, textured pattern. You can use it either way. Looks cool. A little scene here, that beautiful orange background. Cute. You know, you can do like a ribbon transfer up here and a couple little die cuts and you're good to go. It's very cool, very much a background with the tree there and all the little bats. And then this beautiful purple one, very serene, creepy kind of looking at the same time. Very pretty. And then here we have all our die cuts, and these are good sized die cuts. So there's some ghosties. They're different types. So 3 of this, and then 3 of like this one's a little bit smaller, facing a different way. You have your little tombstones. Very cool. Nice big hat, little house. So you can see how you can play with those. You have your full moons and things, crescent moon. Pretty. Those are huge. I don't know if you can see. I mean, these are not little shrinking violet die cuts. I would say like a 3.5 inch circle on that guy. This one's probably similar. Yeah, just over 3.5 inches. Like this witchy lady here, she is almost 5 inches long. So again, you know, you have all these things you can pair up like this or like that, right? It's very cool, very classic. Look at these pumpkins. These guys are 5 inches wide. Very cool. Look at this one. Oh my gosh. Huge. 6 inches tall. So for definitely for all different sorts and sizes of cards. Obviously these are 5x7, so you're gonna take up a good amount of space. Look at this guy. Just really big. So if you can imagine, that's 5x7, right? And then this cauldron. Cute as that. I mean, honestly, you can even make like little shaped goodie bags with these kinds of things. I would just cut myself a little something that, you know, you would score up to make a base and then just stick one on either side. Be very cute. And you can still decorate that even. They're big, big pieces. And then your little haunted house. Very cute. Okay, so let me think about what I want to put together. I'll go through and grab some of the items here from the kit and we'll get started. I'm thinking about maybe making a shaker card. So we have this guy, and this one would work. This one would also work with the purple. So we have this there. If we have this here, and then maybe like some of the glitter paper, but with an aperture cutout. Ooh. Okay, maybe we do that. And then we have an aperture cut out of here, and then this guy's kind of in front. And then some cute things in there. And I'm thinking maybe we do the ghost shakers inside, plus some shaker material. That'd be very cute. Okay, so let me grab a die that will help me do what I'm thinking, and I'll be right back. Okay, so what we're going to do is cut this guy down. So if this is 5x7, I'll just leave the whole thing. That's fine. So I'm also going to put one of these little moons in here, I think, just to give it a little more color than just the orange and the black. And so let's cut this guy down. I'll do 5x7 in this direction. That's fine. So 5. I'm going to take 1.5 inches off. That should make it 7 inches. This is a 2-size paper. Oh, let's make sure that's nice and straight. Okay. And so I have all this good stuff to cut later. I left these out because I think I'll do a sentiment on the inside of the card with that in just a moment. And then I grabbed these scored arch rectangle dies. These you can find on LDRS Creative's site. I thought this shape was fun, right? Kind of spooky, kind of interesting. So I'm going to use this to help cut an aperture. And maybe a little bit higher up if these guys are down here. Yeah, something like that. And I'm just eyeballing this, guys. So as straight as I think that is, and, you know, left and right and all that good stuff. I need a couple pieces of this because this is glitter paper. So I'm going to run that through and I will be right back. Okay. Oh yeah. And then these dies happen to make frames, so I have this piece I can use later, but we have this piece that's very pretty. But really I just wanted to make the opening there. And that cut perfectly well with our glitter paper there. Okay, so on the back of this I'm going to go ahead and put some acetate. I keep saying this happens to be heat resistant acetate, that's why it has like a little different look. It's not as shiny. You don't have to use this. This stuff costs more money. Actually, it's more expensive, but that's what I have right now. So packaging works, all those kinds of things. I'm just eyeballing this, guys. But we're just going to cover that area. Doesn't have to be the whole 5x7, just enough to cover this area here. And I will glue that down. We'll do our rub-on, I think. Oopsie. So, you can have fun with, the heights and things, because obviously this is going to be above this just a little bit. I mean, if I wanted to, I could put the moon, like glue it into here, and it'd be just there instead of, towards the back. But either way, whatever, just have fun with those kinds of things as you're putting your little guys together. You can think about those kinds of highs and lows and just making your background here. Actually, I can go ahead and stick this down now too. This is a brand new glue, and it's a big bottle, and for whatever reason it's already giving me trouble. I need to clear it out, and hopefully it'll stay good there. Okay, so we have that. Again, just a whole 5x7, but you can definitely trim these down, cut them down, use dies, all that kind of stuff, just to make it more fun. So let's see about this guy. Ooh, oh, let's do ghostly greetings, because I'm going to put the little ghosts in there. So let's get this one. And if you want to dress up the background even more, I mean, you can obviously use these rub-ons also, but I think that one's pretty much decked out already with all the bats and everything it has going on. And I happen to have, for this kind of thing, you can use a bone folder, you can use, your little popsicle sticks. Actually, I mean, I can put this here. It's just gonna get covered up, most of it. So, and you can also cut it, right? Whatever you want to do with all these guys, but I'm gonna put it on the inside of the card, just so we can try all these guys out today and see how they work. So you take off the carrier, and then basically this has a little stickiness on the back of it. So you do have a little moment to work with it, but once you stick it down, that is it. So like right there. And you're gonna want to really, I probably should have held that, it moved on me a little bit. Just give it a good burnishing. Now, I don't normally dig into it like this unless there's one little spot that really is just not staying down. But it, just because you can dig into your paper and you can kind of tell it's all dug into, but look at that. And so I always remove them very slowly, just in case there's one little area I didn't quite touch. Well, these are really nice. I mean, that has no problem. Look at that. Yeah, and I always go over it with my finger. Do you guys do that? I don't know why. But there's like a little bit of a carrier or like clear around the letter. I mean, you can barely even see it. I don't think you can see it at all. But anyway, I always just go like that just to make sure everything's down. So that is a really nice high quality transfer. Look at that. Okay. So with these guys, I was just going to leave them in here. I was going to let them float around. They might get stuck to each other, however, but I think that'll be fun. I'm still debating if I want to put this guy in the front or not. I better not, because the way I'm doing my project, these little guys might like get in between there. So let's go ahead and just glue this down just so it stays where it needs to be. Glue right to the very edges. And just kind of somewhere in here, just fun, so it's peeking out the corner. Like that. Okay. Really get that guy glued down. Okay, so these guys are just going to be loose. And we need to frame this out. Now, ooh, okay, so let's say you don't have 3D adhesive. You can definitely take things like fun foam, stacks of paper, or whatever it is, and just line them up. Obviously cut them into strips and then glue those down. And that'll help you do that. Maybe I'll do that today because these guys, I don't want them to end up getting stuck on. Sometimes adhesive has like this little sticky edge. So what I'm going to do is just kind of eyeball this and cut them, you know, about 1/4 of an inch or whatever it is. And maybe use black or another color. I'm just using this red because I have it. But I'm just going to frame this out and glue them down, okay? And I am going to use a wet glue because I prefer to use wet glues, but whatever you want to use will work. So again, just frame this out. I generally get right to the very edge as well as I can. Okay. Frame that out, the whole thing. Okay, so I will be right back. Just some more glue, frame that out. About here to there. Just need to cut a little bit off of here. Okay, and maybe that'll help me finish up this side too. So funny how things work. Like this one, all I did was cut that and then I use that little piece over here, and look at this little piece will just like boop fit right in there, and then I just need to cut a piece that'll fit here. Okay, so I made sure that was nice and dry and just give it some time. And then we have these little guys. I'm just gonna pop them in here along with some shaker bits. You know, don't normally put a ton because I do want it to shake. I will say if you think, you know, it's going to fall into this gap and just kind of, you need more because of that, then just put another piece of your foam, kind of line it in here just to frame this out a little tighter. But I think this will be fine. And I was like, oh no, it moved. Yeah, that's the point. If you don't want them to move, just glue them down, right? You just make your little scene. But for this one, I wanted them to move. So I'm going to put glue all over this and really, really make sure we have it along the very edges and the edge that's facing towards the inside. That way things don't get stuck in that crevasse there. So what I mean is right along this edge, right, this inner side. So I'm going to take a moment to do that. Not enough so that it's all over the place, but just enough so that hopefully things don't get stuck in there. And let's see here. And before I shake, I'm going to really let that dry because I don't want these guys to get stuck in there. And then because the wet glue is there, it just takes a while to dry. And then they get stuck in there. So I'm going to put this down. Very pretty. Love that glitter. Make sure everything's nice and straight. Okay, we're good. And then I'm going to put some weight on top of this before we finish it off with our little line of pumpkins. So cute. So I'm going to put this right on top. Just get some weight on that. And I'm not going to shake it until I think the glue is pretty much dry. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, it's been a few minutes. And there we have with our little ghosties floating around. Very cute. I love that. And then we have this guy. So, you know, this is already not super thick, but, you know, foam thick, right? So we can put this down just like this. We can pop it up also. You can pop it up maybe just in the center to give it a little different look. So maybe we'll do that. Since I feel like that foam wasn't super thick, I can do something fun here. Where, there we go. Looking for bigger pieces of this guy. So maybe put these down the center. And it's not super, super thick, but it'll give us some... Actually, I think these foams are thicker than the fun foam. And what I'll do is, again, I'm using a wet glue because I like wet glue. Once it sticks, like unless you tear it, your project will not come up. But it might take a moment to set, especially on glitter paper. So I guess I could have given this a zhuzh to begin with, but I did not. So I'm going to try to get in. If you want, before you do any of this, just kind of go with your bone folder and round everything a little bit. Cute. I like the way that looks. I'm going to put it right here. So I'm going to hold that. The dimensionals are obviously going to stick right away. But this part, I'm going to keep it up a little bit like that. And I'll be right back. Okay, guys, and there is our card. Really cute. I love the little guys just floating around in there. If they get stuck, you know, you can give them a little doot, doot, doot. How cute is that? And then that nice kind of structure of the rounding out here. And then on the inside of our card, we have our ghostly greetings. Very cool, very fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you so much, LDRS Creative, for sending these items for review. Like I said, I do have a few more items, kits from them to share with you. A really, really fun auto ship they're going to have. So I will show you that very soon. And you can check them out with their sneak peeks there on LDRS Creative's YouTube channel. All right, guys. Again, the shows are going to be Monday and Tuesday, peppered in throughout the day. Okay, so I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.